Woo, okay. So you're kind of incubated now. Like you've got your brand, you've got your strategy, you know what you're doing in business. You've built this cool website. It's interactive. Wow. So you've kind of incubated now. You know, you've got your brand, you've got your strategy, you know what your business does. You know what you charge. You know how you're going to make money. You've got a killer website. You've got an app maybe. You've got a video that explains what you do. You've got your sales process down. You've just got everything. You've got these emails. You're ready to launch. You're ready to start getting some customers. And that's where we are now. We're at the sexy part. We're at the customer acquisition part. And the first thing you need to do to kick that off, we always recommend starting with advertising, because advertising is controllable. You spend $5, you get a return. You spend $500, you get a bigger return. You spend $5,000, you get an even bigger return. It's like a tap that you just turn on, right? But you don't want to turn it on too fast, because we need to learn about your market. And you don't want to turn it on too slow, because you're really not making a big enough test. So we'll advise you as part of the advertising strategy, which is what you're going to do now. We'll advise you as to sort of how much you need to be spending in your industry to do a big enough test to work out what it's going to cost you to get clients ongoing, and as part of this strategy, we're going to design the ads that are going to go across all of these different platforms. We're going to tell you where they're going to go, and we're going to design the initial ad, which our team will use later to turn into lots of different formats. But it's all about designing the actual advertising work and working out where it's going to go, and then running a test with your budget. So it might be that you're spending $500 a week on advertising, or $1,000 a week, or we've got clients that spend $40,000 a week. Okay, so how much you spend is obviously going to dictate how many sales you make or how many leads you get. But you might have a business that is sort of bottlenecked by the amount of staff you have, or the amount of salespeople or production team. So you might not be able to just get unlimited work. It's not like you're selling widgets off the shelf that you have thousands in stock of. It might be something that you have to deliver that service if you sell it. So we work with you to work out this sort of advertising strategy, where we're going to advertise, and we confirm the ads that we're going to place in the different places, and we confirm the budget for you. And then the next step is to start advertising. So the next step is the actual advertising budget, and we simply charge a percentage every month to manage that for you, and that's 20%. So we charge 20% ongoing of everything you spend in advertising. So if you spend $1,000 this month, you'll get a bill from us for $200 for managing that advertising for you. Okay, but this service that you're buying right now is the setup of that advertising structure. It's writing, for example, the AdWords that are going to appear on Google. So the Google search, those ads that come up in the search, what are they going to say, those ads? What are they going to say? So we use the information from your communication strategy, and we turn them into advertising pieces that are going to be used in your search engine ads. Not the search engine optimization, which is your natural ranking. This is the ads that comes up on the top and sometimes the bottom, the paid ads. You'll see it says sponsored link. Sponsored ad. So what are we going to write in those ads? And then the display advertising. So the display advertising is the banners that might come up on the side of a blog when you're blogging, or when you're searching the internet for things. You'll see sort of banners following you around the internet. Sometimes when you go to a website and then you leave that website and you go somewhere else, you'll see their banner starts following you. Yeah. So that's called remarketing. So we can set that up for you later, that's fine. But I'm talking about the design of the banner, first of all, and I'm talking about the strategy of where those banners are going to go. Are we going to do Facebook banners? Are we going to do Pinterest ads? Are we going to do... Or it's the design of the advertising strategy, so where we're going to put all your ads, and it's the design of the physical ads themselves. The the first ad itself, so you can see how we're going to communicate. There might be a couple of variations of that ad, so you can see how we're going to communicate. And then once you approve that, that's this service delivered. You approve that, and then as part of the ongoing management of your ads, which is where we get the 20% from, that's where where we're doing the ongoing management, where we're changing those ad graphics from this advertising strategy, and we're resizing them to be a long skinny banner on the side of a blog, or we're resizing it to be a wide banner on the top of a site, or we're resizing it to be a Pinterest ad, or that's where the management comes into play. So this service is all about setting it all up, getting your AdWords account set up, getting your Facebook advertising account set up, getting all these accounts set up that we're going to be managing for you, and then ongoing, you'll be paying us our management fee to do the management of it ongoing. Now, the cool thing about digital advertising is, like I said, it's controllable, but it can also work to your budget. So if you can only afford $500 a week at the moment to get clients in, then that's all we spend. And then when you can afford more, you let us know and we put your budget up. So there's no kind of limit to what you should be spending in digital advertising. Generally, what you can afford is a good place to start, because the last thing we want to do is send you broke trying to get you a few customers.